This is Ryan Callahan with your Vols 24/7 recruiting roundup. A number of Tennessee's coaches took advantage of last week's trip to Florida to go out on the road and evaluate some prospects while they were in that area, checking on a number of Tennessee's targets down in Florida, Butch Jones included. He doesn't make many appearances on the road during the season, usually takes advantage of Friday nights to spend that time with the team, but decided to take advantage of the opportunity to go out and see Freddie Swain, the four-star wide receiver down at North Marion High School in Citra, Florida, not too far from Gainesville, just down the road from the team hotel there. And then also three-star defensive end Jordan Woods and three-star 2017 offensive lineman Blake Vinson also were there at that game, and wide receivers coach Zach Azani also there to check on Freddie Swain. So I gave Tennessee a chance to check on those guys. Swain, a pretty high priority for Tennessee at the wide receiver position. Offensive line coach Don Mahoney also was on the road checking on three-star offensive tackle Marcus Tatum of Mainland High School in Daytona Beach, Florida. That team actually was on the road in Orlando, so Mahoney went to Orlando to check out that game. Robert Gillespie, the running backs coach, was in South Florida to check on Tennessee commitment Carlin Fills-Ami of Naples, Florida, the four-star running back. He actually had just been to Tennessee a couple weeks ago for the Oklahoma game for his first game in Knoxville. He appears to be pretty firmly committed to the Vols. And then also Steve Stripling, the defensive line coach, was in Vero Beach, Florida to see Patrick Bethel, four-star defensive end that Tennessee's still involved with, trying to get a visit from him. So a number of guys still in Florida. Tennessee's recruiting. A few of those guys made it to Tennessee's game Saturday, including Marcus Tatum and Freddie Swain. So Tennessee and Florida kind of battling for some of those guys. This weekend with the Arkansas game Saturday, doesn't look like a huge visit weekend right now for a couple of reasons. One of those being Georgia and Alabama playing on Saturday is kind of the focal point of the recruiting in the Southeast this week. A lot of big-time targets going to that game for a number of teams. And then also next weekend, Tennessee will have a big visit weekend, it looks like, for the Georgia game, including at least a half dozen official visitors, it looks like right now. So that could be a pretty big weekend. So not a lot of guys expected in town this weekend, but some of those who will be in: four-star cornerback Gentry Bonds from the Middle Tennessee area, one of Tennessee's in-state targets in the 2017 class. And then several of their commitments: Cade Mays, the 2018 offensive line commitment, will be back on campus for that one, along with a couple guys who haven't been to Tennessee games yet. Tim Hart, the Tennessee linebacker commitment from Memphis, along with Jaquan Blakely, the linebacker commitment from down in South Georgia. So those are some of the guys who are expected in this weekend. There will be plenty of others, as with almost any SEC game, but not the big visit weekend we're expecting next week for the Georgia game. So we'll have more on next week's big turnout expected for the Georgia game in next week's Vols 24/7 recruiting roundup.